Hey guys, welcome back to a Conquerors Blade video. Today I want to talk about the Season Pass. Now I'm going to do this in two parts. Now the first part is going to be for new players, and that's going to run through sort of what seasons are worth having or going through, and what level you can actually start the season challenges at. And then the second part will actually be for more of the experienced players. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Here we go, guys. So for the new players, you would have done your training as such, and given the sort of the basics into the game, where you could control C and all that sort of lot. You then do your first siege, or first training siege, let's say, and then you'll do your quest, which is the Hero's Journey quest, which then gives you all the F4 stuff. You'll then get a screen like this, and once you've done all these things, as you can see I'm only level 6, but moving on from that, you can't actually get the F5 challenges, or the season pass, until you've actually reached level 10. So as you can see here, I'm actually trying to press F5 to get up. Now at the top there, you can't see the actual caption to say anything about the season pass. But moving on to the season pass now. So when you actually are level 10, you've got the first season, which is season 2, Wrath of the Nomads. This one is definitely a season worth doing, especially for the Namkan archers. They are a pretty good archer group, especially for your first set of archers, really, especially from the battle pass. Definitely worth having. As you can see there, I've also got Corachins. I haven't got anything else from here because when I was first sort of learning the game myself, I sort of didn't really know anything else about the season pass or anything. So, but now next one is season 3, which is Soldiers of the Fortune. As you can see here, you've got the Maul class you can actually get from this. You can then get Falconetti Gunners, Fort Braccio Pikemen. So some good units there. Fort Braccios are pretty good, and Falconetti Gunners are very good as well. So next one, Blood of the Empire. Janissaries definitely worth have there. Siladars are definitely worth having. And the Wages of War and Sons of Battle are worth doing for some stuff as well. Just to note, Wages of War gives you unit medals, so definitely worth doing that one. Legacy of the Fire, definitely a season worth doing. Doesn't matter whatever, just do this season. Psychonian Militia, worth having. Stalwarts are a must-have, and definitely Paladins as well. This season is a must-have. Also, Siphonarios on Regionopolis, they're a pretty good unit on there, definitely worth having. Scourge of the Winter, same again. Lanchenets are, they're okay, they're pretty good. They, and same as the Lancers, but the one to have is definitely the Liao Rangers. Now, of course, you have got to go through your Lanchenets and your Lancers to get to your Liao Rangers, but definitely worth having. Next one is Wolf of Ragnarok. Again, this is a must-have season. Sons of Fenrir are pretty good, Berserkers are pretty good. And Shieldmanes are a must-have. They're definitely a worth having unit. So yeah, definitely a good unit. Dynasty, as you can see, it's currently on sale at the moment, but this is one to upgrade your pike. Thing for this one, I'd probably say, is the Greyhead Garrison. That's probably the main one to have. Monks are pretty good, and same as the Modal Battalion. I would probably just say, once you've got grey hairs, you're pretty much there. Tyranny. Now this one's a bit of a different one. Shenji grenades you can get from the unit tree, so you can just go for the unit tree on that sort of things. Outriders and the Axe Raiders. Yeah, Axe Raiders are pretty good. I'd probably say out of the 3 there, Shenji Grenadiers are the ones that you definitely want, but I'd get them for the unit tree. So this is sort of a season you can probably just skip by. Highlanders, yeah, so this one, I've not really got a reason to go for this one, because you've got the Houndsman as such, and I think you've got the Bagpipes and the Claymores. Now, I don't really know any other reason to go for this season. Maybe the Bagpipers, just so you can actually boost your other, your teammates around you, but other than that, nothing. Paragons, now, yeah, same again here. I don't even know anyone that uses the banner guards. If anyone does, feel free to drop a comment and say these are really good on that, but I don't see anyone using them. Now on to the next season, Helheim. So you got the Varygian guards and the Huskars. Now I again don't have both these units, but I have seen Huskars and Varygian guards actually both in use, and I think they're pretty good units really as such, and what I've heard from them. So I'm pretty sure Old and Prava would rate these both very highly. So, and if I butchered the names, I do apologise. So you'll have to just bear with us. Anyways, let's move on to the next season. Now, Colosseum. And let's just have a look what we got here. Hang on, let me just Google Translate this one, because I know this one's going to be a pain.
Donatelli. The Macberry.
Dimashae. Dimashae.
So we have Don't Marry Harry's, Mario Millions, and Retriaries. Yeah, Retriari are a pretty good unit. They're sort of like a Javelin unit. And the Mario Millions, well, they're the new meta. Now, the new season, or the latest, should I say, Scorpio. This would give you the weapon class chain dart scimitar, which everyone's loving at the moment. Jajangus, and the Hashashins, which, everyone's been struggling to say that at the moment. And we've got the good old Camel Lancers. Again, I've not got any of these units because I've been concentrating on everything else. But for you beginners, I recommend going for the ones I said at the beginning. So either the Colosseum stuff or the sort of Legacy of the Fire, stuff like that. They are definitely worth having and looking at. So, for beginners, they're the seasons I recommend. But again, the meta can change. So it's best to listen to anyone in your house, if you are in a house, to find out what is the best units to have at the time. Which now brings me to my next part of the video, which is that we have been already announced or sort of had a slight hint to what we're going to get as a new season as such, and that is a new Moon Rises. We sort of had this a few days ago. If you actually go to the Conquerors Blade YouTube channel, you can actually see sort of the new sort of slight trailer done to that. It looks like a rework. I don't fully know. I'm sure some other guys will be covering that as such, and I'll leave that to them. I don't really want to speculate and then get it all wrong. But here we go, let's just get on to the next part anyway. So how is everyone enjoying the new meta of the Mario Millions? I bet everyone is absolutely loving it right now. For those who have obviously experienced and got this unit, are probably sitting there laughing and absolutely racking up the kills and loving it. Now, for those who have got Star Wars as such, you're sitting there crying like myself and didn't get Mario Millions because, well, let's just say that we kind of picked the wrong choice. But it is what it is, and hopefully we're going to see a change when the new season comes out, or it'll be nice to see them be actually reworked and make them a bit more of a, how can you put it, fun unit to go up against, because they are just OP at the moment. Anyways, enough about the lovely new meta. I just want to ask you guys and see what you think on when they do the update. Would you want to see, or how do you feel about if they were to reduce the amount of grind in the sort of season challenges? I think this is a bit of a mixed bag thing. I understand that people would say you're taking the grind out, which takes out the whole MMO thing, which then reduces the sort of game size considerably. However, I also get on the fact of if you're coming into the game and you're new, and you're going up against people and constantly getting wiped, you're just going to feel left behind and left in the dust. It's one of those that's going to take away the enjoyment, especially if you're going to suddenly see yourself from playing against AI, and then within 50 levels of 100 to 150, you're going to completely see yourself be like, I don't see the point playing, I can't win, I'm never going to beat all these people that have got all the decent stuff. Because another valid point to that one is, if you're like us, experienced players, usually to get your certain challenges done, such as 240 unit kills or 8 actual hero kills, you usually have to do those in a group, because sometimes you walk out of a game and you might be lucky to get even 2 or 3 hero kills, and sometimes in most games now you don't even get sort of 100 and 150 unit kills. Even like you can see in this game, and we're having a terrible game, and I'm going to walk away with nothing really, in all honesty. And trying to do challenges and that it's just not easy. So I think maybe something needs to be done there. But again, I'd rather put it out there, see what people think and that, in terms of how they feel about that for new players and that. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, feel free to give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe, because then you'll be able to be updated on when I release a new video. And hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye.